Hello and welcome to Traffic Talks. My name is Pyro and I talk about what's going on in my life, usually with a lesson I've learned, some tips and tricks you can follow that helped me, and a lot of laughs in each episode. If this sounds like something you would enjoy hearing, feel free to follow the podcast, subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and to see what I'm up to, you can check out my Instagram page linked below. So we are back for another house themed episode. I promise this is going to be the last one for the next while, but I thought it would be fun since I am uploading 2 episodes a week, this one going live on Friday, funny enough, that I would do basically 2 of the same similar themed stuff since I do have an idea for episodes. So this is also going to be a slightly house themed episode, just like Tuesday's one was, but this is more of a comparison of the house routine I used when I was house sitting for my cousin and the one that I currently have, as well as the future one that I want. When I was house sitting over the new year, I got up, did my yoga, made my food, did a full shower routine, full skincare routine, and then made myself an incredible breakfast, cleaned that up, and then chilled for the rest of the day. I did that without any restraint, without any time limits. The cat did interrupt a little bit of yoga here and there, but otherwise it was amazing. I had such a good time with that routine in the morning, especially because there was no constraints in terms of people being in my way. The one day it actually rained and I did the yoga inside in front of the TV. Another day it was sunny and I did it outside. So there was no people to interrupt my morning flow. And that is basically the main difference between the routine I did then and the one I have now. Because now there is no routine. I get up, I start work, and I move on with my day. I don't get up and do yoga. I don't get up and make myself a big breakfast. I don't get up and do any of those things. I'm lucky if I'm able to grab some yogurt and muesli in the morning. Just because there are so many other people and their needs that are interrupting mine. And it's not something intentional, I don't think. At least I would hope not. But it is something that has occurred and is very prevalent in my mind because I'm always the one that's considerate. So for others to not be considerate of me is a bit shocking, to say the least. But it's a surprising thing to note. For example, I also bought the filter coffee. And if I don't make a pot for everyone, it doesn't get made. And that is insane to me because my brother used to make just a cup for himself using a mini French press. And I was like, you can just make for everyone else. And he's like, I could, but no. So to me, it's very, very surprising that even the people in my house or the home that I live in can be that selfish. And I don't really like using the word selfish, but to me, there's no other way to describe it because that's what it is. If it's morning and my brother has a meeting, he gets priority in the kitchen. If something's going on, like I just need to wait. And that to me is becoming an annoying thing. So when I lived in the vacation house, if you want to call it that, I had free reign. I could do whatever I want, whenever I wanted. And I chose to be good and live a good life. And now that I'm back home with a supposed support structure, I'm just like, I'm not being supported. So to me, that was a revelation. It's something I needed to realize. And it's just making this apartment search and purchase much more exciting and building up the anticipation that's making me very eager to go, which should never be a thing for a child. You should never be excited to leave your home, but it is what it is. But I'm very eager to get out there and live in a place. Yes, I'm going to be living with my sister, but she needs to get up early to go to varsity. I need to get up early to work. You know, there's a lot going on. So I am excited and eager to start that chapter of my life. I might only get the house after my birthday, which is going to make it even more exciting because it's a new year for me. It's a new experience. It's a new everything. So I'm actually getting very excited and looking forward to it. I am also very excited to live in a new space because a lot of the times people don't realize how used to certain things we are. And I think I did mention in the previous episode that I've been subconsciously preparing, even if I didn't intend back then to move out. I've been buying things slowly over the last while, and especially over the last few months. I've bought crockery and pans and various things that I can actually take with me when I leave, which is a weird thing to say out loud and even just think about, but it is. I have bought all sorts of things I can take with me, and I've made notes of things that I will one day want in my house, but in actual fact, I'm going to need to buy it sooner rather than later. So it's been a very interesting way of doing things, especially looking back, hindsight being what it is, but it's fun, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I've started getting up earlier just so that I can get used to waking up a bit earlier and getting an earlier move on with my day. Even if it's not the same routine as previously, I'll get there. Like, just relax. I'm still trying to get over the burnout and being as mentally busy as I am. So I'm still healing from that, but I do plan on moving forward and expanding my routine as I go. I'm just taking it easy for now. But the hope for the future is that I would have a morning routine that is like the one I had while I was on holiday, or rather at the house sitting holiday thing, but more elevated. So I would ideally get up, do the same things. So yoga, shower, skincare, breakfast, and then possibly journal after that, just to get my mental state ready for the day. Maybe read a bit, and then start my work day. I do intentionally try and stay off technology, which is why I journal the old school way using like a book and paper. And also reading gets me off my phone because I like reading physical books. So that's also another thing I'd like to incorporate maybe in the mornings, because my night routine also has reading. So maybe continuing reading the next morning would be nice. Plus, it also helps me stay off my phone. But that is essentially what I would like my routines to be, because finding out the people that are supposed to be your support is actually the ones letting you down is a bitter pill to swallow. But that's why we need to learn these things so we can grow and be better and do better. So now that I've seen it, I'm learning the lesson and attempting something better. That is it from me for this episode. It was a bit short, but hopefully it's sweet and gets your Friday off to a good start and sets your tone for the weekend so that you can do better. And as I always say, keep being a better being. The song of this week is one that has actually been on the top 40 in like the top 3 for the last few weeks. And it was at number 1 a couple weeks ago. It's Linley's song called Miss Me When You're Gone. And I've just been really vibing to it because I've been thinking about when I move to the apartment and people are going to miss me when I'm gone. So there's that song. But that's it from me. I will see you in the next episode. Next week is the final week of 2 episodes a week before we go back to 1 a week. And it'll be uploaded on Tuesdays as per usual. So I will see you then. Enjoy your weekend and love you. Bye.